This is Phil Woolery with Purdue Extension, and today I'm going to talk to you about pruning trees. Specifically, what we're going to look at in detail is branch spacing. So in the past, I've done other videos about tree pruning. I've talked about where to make cuts, how to remove branches, talked about crown raising, and different things like that. So I focus on these kind of younger trees in your yard because that's something you can easily do. It takes a couple of minutes, and you can have a big effect on that tree's structural stability for many years to come. So save headaches down the road hiring professionals. So one thing that is often recommended talking about is branch spacing. So a lot of the times they say you need to have adequate branch spacing. So we'll get into detail on what that means. So let's go check out an example over here. So when we're talking about branch spacing on a tree, the goal is to have properly spaced branches so we don't have interference between these two branches on the tree. So looking at this example right here, we've got about 6 inches between these two branches, and they are on the same side of the tree. So thinking about light, sunlight's coming down from the top of this tree here. This branch will be shading out this one. So we can have some interference here. So we're not going to have good growth on that. So we would probably want to remove one of these branches to achieve that proper branch spacing. If this branch, we have a branch on the other side of this tree, it's growing out that way, it is not going to wouldn't interfere with this one. So that's what we mean by proper branch spacing. So probably on a tree this size, it's going to get large. We want probably at least 10 to 12 inches in between these branches. So here's 6, so something like this between this one and this one would be a proper branch spacing. So we kind of might want to remove this one to get that proper branch spacing there. So after looking at closely, we've got this branch right here and this one here. They're too close, they're right on top of each other. So to get that proper spacing, I'm going to end up removing this one right here. So I'm going to use my pruning saw, go right at the branch collar, and cut away. There we go. And now we have about a foot in between these two branches here. And so that'll be allow more space for them to both grow adequately there. So another thing to consider is we've talked about the vertical spacing, kind of the horizontal spacing. So right now on this tree here, we have kind of these branches that are all right next to each other. There's 2 that are one vertical, kind of almost over top of the other one. It kind of goes at a different angle there. But these 2 right here, we see they are right next to each other. And that's probably okay right now. But thinking long term, if these branches stay here, they're going to get wider and wider, and they will start interfering with each other. And so we might want to remove one of those. Can avoid certain problems in the future. If those branches grow together, we can have different structural issues that arise in the future. So just kind of removing them right now when they're smaller can save a lot of headaches down the road. So on this tree, I already removed some of these lower branches here, did a crown raising, kind of improve the accessibility around the tree, make it look a little nicer. But the next layer of branches up here, I've got basically 6 going around, and I think that's going to be too many. So I want to cut it down to 3 around this whole kind of layer here. And I'm not sure if they'll stay long term, but for sure I want to get these 3 out now when they're kind of small. It's better for the tree to do it when it's smaller than wait till they're larger. So use this pole saw and take those out. right, so we've got cut our branches there. There's a lot very overcrowded. So they should have more space to grow without interference from neighbors. So that tree's all nice setup with good form. Should we have less problems with it in the future? So to wrap things up, when we're talking about branch spacing, we're thinking about kind of vertical spacing in between. So if branches are right on top of each other, that can be a concern. We want those spaced out a ways, especially with these larger trees, 10 to 12 inches. And then if we have too many branches coming out at the same point or near each other, as those branches get larger, they can interfere. So identifying those early on and getting the branches out when they're small can be important for ease of maintenance and better for the health of the tree when you do it young as opposed to waiting till they're older. This has been Phil Woolery with Purdue Extension. If you have any other questions about tree pruning or tree care, you can put them down in the comments below the video, or you can reach out to me by email. We'll see you in the next video. Have a good day.